Thanks, Jim. Welcome, everyone. I migrated to Toronto 10 years ago, and I've been working at one of the biggest banks in Canada for the last 7 years. And sorry, can you hear me at the back? Okay. And I own a successful cleaning franchise. So what I'm trying to do is through my book and through these speeches is to share my secrets of success in Toronto with everyone here, and especially the newcomers, right? So you could use my website www.successintoronto.com as a guide because I have some useful resources there, and also the detailed table of contents of the book there, which you can use as a guide, right? Like example, finding a great job. I have the details contents of that topic chapter there, right? So again, the website is www.successintoronto.com. So, and also the book, the library they liked it and they ordered 15 copies. It will be there, I would say, in like 2 weeks. Right now you can actually see it on the website, but it still says on order. So you can get it for free from the library. And also on my website, if you go to the how to order tab, you have the different options on how to order. I have the electronic version, Kindle version, etc. Right? And today I have it for only $11.99, but I'll be here after my speech, maybe like just 10-15 minutes because I have to go back to work. So only today it will be $11.99, but usually it retails at $19.47. So that's that. And can someone tell me what is success? Yes?
I think success is being happy with your life.
Yes, that's true actually. Can you go into more detail? Anyone? Like break it down, yeah?
Gain your goals.
Yes, that's very true, yeah. So along those lines, sorry, I think you also had some. Same thing, right? Yeah, that's true. Because many people might think it's about making a lot of money, right? Or having a great job, like a senior level job. But that's true, but also you have to think overall in your life, right? What goals you want to achieve, and not just jobs and money, also, having a healthy lifestyle, having loving relationships, and also having time to enjoy the money you have, right? So when I say success, I mean overall in your life. So through my book too, that's why I did not just write about how to get a great job. Of course, I stressed on it. I also mentioned all areas. Even I mentioned in one chapter, it's all about having fun for little money. That's the chapter, right? So it's important to look at overall your life, not just one area. Right? So in my book, the first chapter, I mentioned 12 main principles in the first chapter. So today I'll be talking about them briefly because these principles show what I learned in the last 10 years in Toronto to succeed here. So if you try to follow them and at least get something out of them, even if you don't follow all of them, I think it will be really great for you because they're very practical, and I'll go through them briefly today. And like I said, you can go to my website, look at the detailed table of contents, or borrow the book from the library, or if you like, you can purchase the book, right? So the first one I have is to save a minimum of $50,000 in 5 years. How many people think you can do that in 5 years? Save a minimum of 50,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you think it's doable, right? So some people might say it's very expensive to live here. You pay rent and everything, right? So in my book too, I mentioned a lot of practical ways to do that, like save money and how to be more efficient, etc., how to get a great job, etc., right? But I'll do a very quick calculation right now. Like example, if you work even just at $10 per hour, 40 hours a week, which is full time, right? That's $2,000 per month. So if you, let's say you remove 200 for taxes, so that's 1,800 per month. And if you spend 1,000, you're still left with 800, right? And let's say you need another 400 or 500 for extra emergencies or anything, then you might have to work another day, like a Saturday, to cover that. But even that 800 at 3% interest per year works out to 50,000 in 5 years. So just 800 per month, 3% only per year works out to 50,000 in 5 years. So right there you have your 50,000, right? So sometimes you might have to sacrifice, like I said, maybe work another extra day, like on Saturday, in order to achieve that goal. But I mentioned this only because if you have a firm goal like this, at least you'll achieve something, right? Because here, many people are very busy, like with work and all kinds of stuff, maybe a second job. Sometimes, because time flies, even after 5 years, you might find that, oh, I haven't really achieved anything to show, right? So if you have a firm goal like this, at least you can show something that you achieve. So that's my first principle. And one thing I should mention is that if you are planning to study or to volunteer to get a paid job, right? Or if you are planning to sacrifice your time to improve your life, then you might have to reduce the starting hours. So my number 2 principle is networking with others, which is very important in Canada. Not only to get a job, it's very important to get a good job. It's very important, but also to get anything done in here, right? Like if you think about it, before you came to Canada, where you lived, you had a network, a huge network. Maybe it was all automatic, like through your friends or relatives. You might have met different people, or at different seminars you might have met new people and connected with them, like Jim said. But so what you need to do here is set up such a network too. It's very important to network to get a great job, because most of the good jobs are through referrals. Like even my boss would ask me, oh, can you recommend someone? Because they know I do a good job, so they want someone like me, right? And they know I'll be also happy because my friend got a job. And also, I think it's proven that through referrals, companies do get good employees who perform well, because they don't want to let their friend down, right? And so they want to do a good job and go beyond the expectations. And it's very important. So what I would suggest is to have at least 5 friends who work in the field you're interested in. At least 5. Because those are the ones who will hear about job opportunities, right? Like their bosses would come to them. It happens every day, or at least those are the ones who know what kind of qualifications, what kind of experience you need to get a good job like that. And they're already in that field, so they should be able to help you, like give you advice. They must have gone through a lot of the problems you're facing, and they'll give you practical advice to overcome those problems. So it's very important, like Jim said, to succeed, networking is a must. So my next principle, I'll try to go quicker with the other principles. I don't want to bore you. So the next one is to focus on solutions to problems and to take action. Does anyone know what that means, to focus on solutions and solutions to problems and then to take action? Like, do you know what I'm talking about there?
Stop complaining about your problem.
Exactly, yeah, that's true.
React.
Yeah, I know it's, yeah, perfect. So I know it might be hard, especially if you're new to Toronto or Canada. You face many problems, like you don't have a job, probably a good job or a good place to live, etc. But what you have to do is to focus on the solution and then take action. Because worrying about a problem is different than actually trying to find a solution. Worrying just like creates your energy, and you could spend that time instead to find a solution to your problems. So one great example I would like to do is to give you is on a blank piece of paper, write one problem you have, and then worry about it for 5 minutes. Right? So just worry about it and complain all your life about it. But at the end of the 5 minutes, do you think you will find a solution for that? No, right? Because you're just worrying, you're not thinking what's the solution. So then spend another 5 minutes trying to come up with creative answers. Like try to be creative, and you might have to talk to some experienced friends who have been here. They might have faced similar problems, so they might be able to give you some valuable tips how to solve that problem. So that's much better than just worrying about the problem. Even when it comes to jobs, if you still don't have a job in your field, a job that you like, you can list that down and try to come up with creative ideas and get advice, like I said, from your friends and people who are already working in that industry. For example, you might say, okay, just take this course. It's really looked for by the employers in this your industry. So that's a great tip, right? Then you can take action. You can actually go and enroll instead of worrying. Like I said, I know it's very hard. Even I worry, but I always try to get back on track. Try to focus on the solutions. So that's that. And number 4, I have